Samayik, Samayik of September 18th evening session, and this is the Moha, the illusory attachment, intense attachment towards children. And if you don't have children, then the intense attachment towards family members. And when there is intense attachment, then the expectations arise and one becomes totally unaware, the awareness is totally lost, and all kinds of suffering ensue. And if the child is sick, then you also lose your own sanity the whole night. Yes, even though you may be having the child under the care of a pediatrician, you lose the sleep yourself. And when the child becomes number one in school, you are flying all over the city in all kinds of exhilaration. This is also moha. This is the illusory attachment for children, because this is how you get lost. And if the child is 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late from the school, you paint all kinds of negative pictures for the child, for whether it is a girl or a boy from school. And you have already called 5 to 10 or 15 times cell phones calls to the child. Where are you? What's happened to you? This is all hurting you only. Whether it is father, mother, son or daughter, all of this kind of intense illusory attachment, moha, raga, moha, is all hurtful to you. It is not helpful to you. Dadashri says that gross moha is until the age of 12. At 12 years later, when the father comes from overseas, he hugs his father. This is what it is evident to you. This is their hugging each other after meeting for 12 years. And everybody recognizes that this is a stool or gross or overt exhibition of moha. Then there is subtle moha. Subtle moha is that the intellect recognizes that father likes the older brother more or the younger brother more instead of me. And so, and then father is constantly bickering. And then and the sukshmatar moha, subtler moha is constantly trying to correct that person, correct the boy. Whereas the ultimate, the subtlest moha is where, even though the son has mistreated him the entire life, at the time of leaving, the father leaves all his things for only that one who had fought with him. So that is this. So these are various levels of subtle attachments: gross attachment, subtle attachment, subtler attachment, and subtlest attachment or illusory attachment, moha. If the neighbor's son have come to your home for 2 days, you see, do you really exhibit a severe illusory attachment? If you serve him breakfast, if they don't eat the breakfast, do you insist that they have to eat the breakfast, etc.? But so you have to treat your own children, sons or daughters, like you would treat your neighbor's sons who are visiting you for a day or two, your friend's sons who are visiting you for a day or two. But then with this kind of illusory attachment, as the child grows up, even though he has gone away from you, even the father's interference or due to the illusory attachment, or the mother's interference due to the illusory attachment is going on, even though the son is in a foreign country and is earning, as now has become grown up, and he also goes into the controlling mode. And supposing the son is an independent business, if he has lost 100 or 200,000 rupees, the illusory attachment is the reason why you enter into severe kashaya mode, reprimand to the son, saying, you don't know what to do, etc. You should have asked me. Why didn't you ask me? Why didn't you learn, etc. So the father is always in a corrective mode, even though the son has become 40, 50 years old. And when the son, who is now a mature adult, is not listening to you, there is tremendous suffering going on within, because these are all the results of moha, or the illusory attachment. And then there is this thing called fatve. You have really kind of spoiled the son or the daughter by giving them and showering them with all kinds of money or all kinds of material help, even when it is not necessary. So you have from the childhood onwards, the son has become accustomed to the idea that if I don't work or if I don't do anything, money is coming up from a higher source. Father and mother are constantly giving it to me, even, and they will take care of me. So this is called fatavu, or to really let them just kind of flourish. You are trying to over nurture them, even when it is inappropriate and not good for the development of the son or the daughter. Yes, when there is necessity, as it's everything should be done, but for luxury items, do you really need to give them iPads and iPods and all the latest items or technological items that are available, or a latest model car, when even he doesn't have a job, etc.? All of these kind of issues are relevant because the children are so hyper. They have such highly developed intellect that in order to really get what they want, they know exactly how to manipulate the mother, and if they cannot get it from the mother, they know how to manipulate from the father, and if both of them are not compliant, then they know exactly what to do, how to do a drama so that both of them will ultimately give in. So this is so all the moha, the illusory attachment, and the illusion is the reason for all conflicts. So is the reason for all kashayas. Moh means that which is not mine, to believe that it is mine. But if you, instead of the moha, if you say this is a file, this is an unsettled account from past life that is coming in front of me, then you will have the right kind of approach towards it, and you will not be drawn into the illusory attachment process. And the way to tackle this is through the 5 agnas only. And so we will look in the Samayik today on September 18th evening session, Simandhar city, on Moha-Aptavani 3, that from morning till evening, or from birth until now, where we have really entered into conflict and created more problems for the children who are now adults because of our own illusory attachment, and the results of our illusory attachment, which is really rag, dvesh and apeksha, which is apeksha means expectations, attachment and abhorrence. And then the sons and the daughters do misuse your moha. So they know exactly, if the father doesn't give in, the mother is going to give in. And so you lose your money, and thereby you lose your children too, and their correct development in life. So the correct view should be how to encourage them in the right process, so what is beneficial for them, and the more you really understand this moha, you will be able to move forward. So let us take this in Samayik today, whether it is a daughter or a son, how life has gone in illusory attachment, where some people have intense illusory attachment towards a wife, towards a husband, towards a father or a mother. And so, but you see, the inner knots of this moh continues with you, and the external target is different. It could be a son or a father or a mother or a daughter or a husband. So let us see this in Samayik, whether it is a son or a daughter. Let us see this. And if you do not have a son or a daughter, then you look at where your illusory attachments towards your siblings, towards your brothers, towards your sisters, towards your favorite sister, etc. Wherever there is the slightest amount of conflict going on, know that there is moha, there is illusion. Wherever there is the slightest suffering arising within, know that this is the result of moha, or the illusory attachment, or raga and moha. This is so understand. Niruma is to really go deep into this issue of moha. The Niruma is to show that if we get the slightest suffering on the basis of any human being, then we would really tackle it with such depth that we will go to the ultimate reason within us which is making us suffer, and therefore we will be free from this belief, and then we will become vitarag towards that person, and thus attain the right way of dealing with this person through Gnan. And that was Niruma's approach. He is a pure soul, I am a pure soul. That is his relative prakriti, and this is my relative prakriti. This is all the incomplete in worldly interaction that is coming to completion and is settling down, and in that settling process I must not enter into any further moha or illusory attachment with that person, and not enter into any kashayas that are the result of the unfolding moha reaction. And so Yeah, so this is you can, we need to apply the exact understanding you capital, and not just say this is not mine, this is not mine. You need to understand where your moha is getting you knotted up and tied up in this process that is unfolding, and it is discharging for you to come to really discharge, and the awakened awareness is going to let you discharge it with the correct application of the five agnas, and to be in the firm distribution. Because of the rag, because of the attachment, there is the expectation, and when the expectation is not fulfilled, then there is dvesh or abhorrence. We are not going to go into rag at all. We are not going into the attraction and the attachment much, but we are going over to the results of this rag, which is the abhorrence and the subtle aversion reactions that are arising in this. And this is why the effects of these aversion reactions are the signals that the entry into this was because of the expectations that came as a result of rag or the attachment. And so the more this is settled through five agnas, the more you will become a vitarag. But right now, if we really tackle the dvesh component of it, the aversion, abhorrence, dislike component, then you will be able to really come to the center, which is vitarag, the absolute absence of any rag or dvesh. So that is the portion that we are trying to clear up right now. So let us see the moha, and let us see wherever there have been any kind of suffering, and let us analyze it, and then melt it through the awakened awareness of the five agnas. And then also look at the scorn or the scornful attitudes or the hurtful attitudes, or any hurt caused through mind, speech and body to the other person. And so understand that this was my moha, my illusory attachment, my entry into this believing that this is to be, this is real, this is mine, that is causing me the suffering. Let us do a good Samayik now. Please speak. Bolo. Hey Dada Bhagwan, the absolute self within me. Hey Shri Simandhar Swami Prabhu, the fully enlightened Lord at Mahavidya Kshetra. With the exact applied awareness of the self, should with close files and people towards sons and daughters, otherwise towards little sister, mother, father, mom, dad, wherever, if there is whatever illusory attachment there towards anyone, and the results of this attachment, illusory attachment, the rag dvesh that arises, and the suffering that comes to me, and as a result the hurt that is caused to others, and the negative vows that arise because of this, negative intents and hurtful intents arise, expectations arise, and mistakes arise, all kinds of mistakes arise. Let me see all of those mistakes in Samayik, my Lord. Grant me the energy to see these mistakes. The real cause, underlying cause of clash is my my illusory attachment towards this people, and let me understand it, and let me see all the dvesh parinams, the dvesh results, abhorrence results. Let me see them in Samayik. Let me be in the awakened awareness of the separation of awakened awareness, and let me do the pratikraman for these mistakes, and then slowly understand the nature of moha or illusory attachment, and through the application of the five agnas, and with the applied awareness of the S capital self, and let me melt away this moha, the illusory attachment. Let me do such Samayik, my Lord. Man, Vachan, Kaya, I surrender this mind, speech and body, all illusions associated with my name, Mara Naam Ni Sarva Maya, Bhav Karma, subtle charge karma, Dravya Karma, subtle discharge karma, No Karma, gross discharge karma. Hey Dada Bhagwan, the absolute self within me, you are the manifest Lord within me, you are the and I am surrendering them unto your divine feet, my Lord. Dhatma chuh, Shuddhatma chuh, Shuddhatma chuh, Shuddhatma chuh, Shuddhatma chuh, Shuddhatma chuh, शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा 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 छूँ शुद्धात्मा शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा शुद्धात्मा Shaminayan छूँ शुद्धात्मा छूँ Ich bin reine Seele ich bin reine Seele ich bin reine Seele मैं शुद्धात्मा हूँ मैं शुद्धात्मा हूँ मैं शुद्धात्मा हूँ मैं शुद्धात्मा हूँ I am pure soul I am pure soul I am pure soul शुद्धात्मा छूँ शुद्धात्मा जय सच्चिदानंद go deep and do a beautiful Samayik. And then if you need to, you can open up the book on parents and children. And so, because you have died infinite lifetimes because of this hurt that has happened due to the illusory attachment in so many previous lifetimes. And there's a chapter in the book of parents and children, the big book. And so read that chapter, and we will forward this to you in the link in the YouTube Samayik link. They'll be there. And so we are unable to see that all of these difficulties is because of our own entry into it with our illusory attachment. Wherever there is a suffering, it is my own moha. And so let me see my own illusory attachment in this thing. This is my illusion. Jai